Hey y'all, it's me, Megan, and welcome to my channel. I'm a homeschool mom of two, and today I'm going to be answering some questions about me and my homeschool style so you can get to know me a little bit more. So this Meet the Teacher video is an open collaboration with Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way. I am going to link the playlist below where lots of homeschool mamas have answered the same questions that I'm going to be answering today. So you can scroll through those videos and hopefully you're going to find some YouTube homeschool ladies that match your style or interest you so you can get some awesome resources for this school year. Are you ready? Let's go. So the first question is really easy, and it's just, how many years have you homeschooled? This will be my 4th year to homeschool, and my youngest daughter is 2.5 and my oldest daughter is 7. We have been homeschooling from the time of, I would say, like a preschool, pre-K age of my oldest daughter until now, and I'm definitely doing a Montessori preschool for my 2.5-year-old this year, so I'm pretty excited about that. Guys, I cannot believe that I'm already in my 4th year of homeschooling. In some ways, I feel like I've really matured and I've got this, and in other ways, I'm still scrambling around like a chicken with my head cut off. So 4 years. Question number 2. Do you have a homeschool style? Well, I know that I have some style. And just like everything else in my life, I would say that my homeschool style is eclectic. The one thing I can say for sure is that we are a secular homeschool. That's not to say that we are void of spirituality in this house. It just means that I don't choose resources that are shaded by any type of faith. I don't seek out faith-based resources for my homeschool. Now, I would say that my overall style is really more of a rhythm than anything else. We started off way on one end of the spectrum, definitely as like full-blown unschoolers, and we have moved towards something that is a lot more comfortable for us, which is really a lot of open-ended studies, unit studies. We do have particular curriculums that we use, but they're definitely like a guiding light and not a set in stone plan. We are also outdoors all the time, and we just take a little bit of everything to kind of make what we know is going to work for our family, just kind of vibing. Okay. And I will say that is something that I get better and better and better at every single year. So I guess if you want to put like a label on us, right? Like I reject that, but whatever. I think we would be secular, Charlotte Mason, unit studies, read alouds are a bonus. I mean, I don't know. We're just a little bit of everything, a hot mess, but it's still hot. You know what I mean? It's working for us. Okay, enough of that. Question number 3. What is your favorite subject to teach? Okay, I actually have 2 favorite subjects to teach. The first is history. That is, of course, what I used to teach when I was a public school teacher, all right, is that I taught all kinds of history. And it is so much fun to bring that same passion to my kiddos in our home. We love to read history. We love to act it out. We love to make dioramas, crafts, historical costumes. We are all about it. The curriculum that I'm currently using is the story of the world, which is not secular, but can be abbreviated or changed to fit our secular needs. But we also bring in all kinds of other things as well. So we love history so much that last year we blew through our whole history curriculum by December. So this year I'm definitely finding a way to expand on our different areas of study so that we're going a little bit deeper of a dive than we did last year. And it's going really, really well. I love it. Okay, the second subject that I love to teach is actually science, and that is because my daughter loves it so much. It was never a subject that I really excelled at or had much interest in school. But as a lifelong learner, seeing it through her eyes and exploring these topics has been so much fun. We are all about the experiments, doing everything we can hands on, and we're actually just joined a science co op that begins next week. So I'm really, really excited about that. And that's what's so cool about homeschool is that I am bringing this huge passion for history to my kids, and my kids are giving me this huge passion for science. And I think that the two subjects work so well together, and we're just having so much fun with that this year. And guys, I'm serious. We're having fun this year. And that's not something I've been able to say for every year of our homeschool, but this year so far, we have just been enjoying ourselves, enjoying each other, and also enjoying the subjects that we're teaching and learning about. All right, next question. If you could only choose 3 homeschool tools, what would they be? Ooh, this one is a real nail biter, right? But the 3 I would choose would be number 1, YouTube. Yes, YouTube. I have learned so much off of this collective resource that is YouTube and moreover, the internet. Before we moved back in the spring, we were homesteaders for 3 years. And if it had not been for YouTube, I never would have learned how to do things like milk a goat, castrate a goat, have my own garden, fix lawnmowers, okay? You can learn or teach yourself to do just about anything on this platform, and that's why I am here, trying to contribute to what has given so much to me. And I think that it is a phenomenal resource for getting ideas for your own classroom, for your kids to learn how to do things that you just don't know how to do, and for being able to get a global perspective by looking into other people's lives that even 10, 15 years ago, we just did not have access to this type of resource. And I think it is amazing. The second homeschool tool that I would have to keep my hands on would just be your average basic craft supplies. Give me some glue sticks, give me some butcher paper and markers, and an afternoon we will have. I think there is so much value in those basic tools that all the way from preschool all the way up. That's the fine motor skills, that's the exploration of creativity. You can do so much with so little. And that's one of the things that I like to talk about in homeschool, which can become absolutely astronomically expensive if you allow it, or if you even have the budget for that. But if we just pare it down to the basics, you guys, this is so easy to deliver to our children a rich and wonderful education without just breaking the bank. And my third thing would be state park passes, okay? If you are in an area that is rich in state parks, get yourself a state park pass. I can't even tell you the number of times that we have used those state parks, not just for hikes, but they usually have some sort of educational programming as well. Whether it's feeding the animals that may be at the state park, like educational center, or a story time, or specific hikes for birding, we love it, okay? Get yourself a state park pass and get out there. And if you're not having state park passes, having annual passes in general to resources around you, I find it just removes that barrier from leaving the house. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but following, you know what, the year we've had, I have a little bit of agoraphobia. It is difficult for me to get my kiddos out of the house, and having passes or annual passes to things has helped a lot. And I don't finance all of that. I also ask grandparents or other contributors to our house if they are wanting to know what we want for birthday gifts or what we want for Christmas gifts. That is definitely something that I will try to ask them for. Okay, you guys, the next question is a doozy, and it is, what inspires you to teach? This could be an entire YouTube channel for me, much less like a video series. I would say that the thing that inspired me to teach, because I was a classroom teacher prior to being a homeschool mom, would be the fact that I come from parents who they were not able to pursue education to the level that they would like, at least until later in life. There were definitely barriers that kept them from receiving the education that they desired. And because of that, I was raised in a household where education, 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 right, was taught on a continuous loop. But it wasn't just education so you can get a degree, so you can get a job, so you can make money. I mean, of course, we all have to have money to live. That was an element of it. But it was really that if education could solve the world's problems, right? And I actually still hold that hope in my heart that education can solve our social problems. It can solve, our international relation issues. It can solve the relationships that we have between one another. If we could truly understand and educate ourselves on other people's perspectives, I mean, we could change the world. And I also believe that people in their heart, in their core, they want to learn. They want to educate themselves. It is human nature, right? And that the system or systems promote the status quo. And I would say that it is that I want to tread lightly here because it's not my desire to just trash public education, because I know for a fact that it produces some pretty awesome and excellent results. But I knew that I wanted my kids to have something special, to have something different, right? To have something personalized to them. And I am very, very aware of the fact that I am so privileged to have the opportunity to homeschool my children. It comes with tremendous sacrifice. For any of us out there who are homeschooling on a single income, you know what I'm talking about, right? But it is still a privilege. And I am inspired every day by the sacrifices that those around me have made and the effort that has continued to be made to give me the opportunity to educate my children. And y'all, if that is not gosh darn inspiring, I don't know what else is. Okay, next question. Are you an early bird or are you a night owl? And the answer to this one is both. All right, I do not get nearly the amount of sleep that I would like to, but I also don't even think I could function if I slept more than I do. I'm up by 7 every day. I'm going to pause here because I see all you mamas out there on YouTube who are waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, doing your stretches, doing your reading, prepping for the day. Y'all, keep on rocking, okay? But early for me is, I'm probably like awake between 6 and 6:30, but it takes me a while to warm up. Luckily, I've programmed my kids to know that and they can entertain themselves until breakfast time. But at the same point, I do not go to bed early. I am up pretty much until 11:30 or midnight every single night. And honestly, that's because my brain is just all the time, okay? I can't even begin to lay down and rest until I've at least written 5 gazillion to-do lists. Do not take that as me suggesting that I'm so productive that I can't go to sleep. False, mama, because what I'm doing is making those lists, and they may or may not ever become to-done lists, if you know what I mean, okay? So, early bird or night owl? I'm both, but not high-functioning morning person, okay? I love this question. What is your favorite teacher treat? Because I've got an easy answer for this one. I know exactly what it is for me, okay? When I am making lunch for my kiddos, I discreetly take a Coke Zero, preferably Coke Zero Cherry. I take it out of the fridge and I pop it in the freezer. And by the time I'm done making their lunch and I make my lunch and we've eaten and discussed, then we have a little bit of quiet time. And that's when I get to like sneak away and like watch my YouTube videos, whatever it is I want to watch. And I crack open a cold one Coke Zero in this case, pop in my straw, kick my feet up, and that is my treat. But I do have to do it secretly because my kiddos love a soda, but I don't exactly love them drinking them. And I know I probably shouldn't either, but that's why it's my little teacher treat. And that is my number one answer every single time. All right, we're almost done. Next to last question. Do you prep and plan, or do you go with the flow? Ooh, I go through seasons of life. Sometimes I want everything to be color coordinated, prepped and planned. And then 3 weeks after that, I'm like, I don't know, we're free spirits. Let's go with the flow, y'all. But the thing that I do keep try to keep going is a rhythm, okay? Like, what are we doing? All of my curriculums are open and go. That's just the way I roll. And they're all structured so that we open them and we just do the next lesson. Open them, do the next lesson. And because of that, it doesn't take a tremendous amount of prep and planning from me. I do like to do things like holiday or seasonal units. And so stuff like that, I do need to plan ahead of time. But I'm not that person who's like, if we don't do 10 pages today, the world is going to catch on fire. Just not my style. So I go through seasons, and I really wouldn't describe myself as somebody who does go with the flow. Somewhere in between. I'm trying to be chill with the drift. Something I'm working on, okay? That's what I'm going to say about that. Last question. What is something you really enjoy outside of being a homeschool parent? Oh, mama. I am obsessed with being a homeschool parent, so that's number one. I actually love it. I've actually given into the fact that I'm very, very passionate about it. So a lot of my hobbies definitely revolve around homeschool planning, parenting, unit study, looking at books, all of that kind of stuff. But I am definitely a whole person and enjoy a lot of other things besides that. So of course there's reading, right? Recently, content creation, aka YouTube. My husband is a photography instructor, photographer, and artist. So I really love collaborating with him, coming up with crazy projects that generally speaking, nobody ever even sees because they barely go anywhere. I actually love to go mushroom hunting, even though I'm not the greatest at it. And really for me, it's relationships. I have put that at the heart of what I am passionate about and at the top of my list of what I try to make a priority outside of everything else that I have going on. So I'm definitely working to hang out with my girlfriends, to call my mom every single day, right? And to build those relationships, which I'm super duper passionate about. But I'm also like not a dabbler, so I have to be a little bit careful in my hobbies because I like to go full force, okay? I can sew, I can crochet, I can do, I don't know, just about anything. I am definitely that person who sees stuff and is like, I could do that. But I am learning the difference between knowing that I could probably try to do something and just not wanting to. Knowing that, yeah, I could do that, but I'm not going to like it, or the product's not going to be as great as what I could buy from the store. I am definitely trying to learn that balance. Okay? Did that answer the question? I'm not sure. Did it answer the question plus some? Yeah, probably. And that would definitely be me. Okay, you guys, this has been super duper fun. If you are new to this channel and you loved what you saw here, subscribe below, but also check out that playlist below. And I really hope that you connect with some mamas or home educators that speak to you and your teaching style. So, is it perfect? No. But is it done? Yeah, baby, it is. So until next time, bye!